In the times we live in, being firm on our point of view is seen as positive. We see this as a high self-esteem. Pushed to the extreme, though, this behavior is nothing but pride, and pride, it is a sin. For me, if a guy does not bring me flower, excuse me, but it's no, she says, waving her hand like a diva. He is the one that has to run after me and prove me that he is worthy of me. These words usually attract laughter from this woman's friends. While being responsible for Passion 37.4, my husband and I have seen plenty of these behavior, especially in young women. But men can also display in another form. Women nowadays often prefer to associate themselves with images of heroes with superpowers or ruthless businesswomen who display some form of success. They know what they want. They refuse to show any weakness, and they are ready to shoot down everything that accomplishes their goals. Some men can have a sexist attitude. Others become harsh and say, "You will not tell me what to do." Others take advantage of every opportunity and take what they need or want without thinking about others' feelings. This behavior is sometimes even considered positive. We even admire those sharks or divas, and we make them models to follow. Others use the other extreme and are proud to say that I'm the worst parent or unstoppable spenders and so on. But the goal is the same: attract attention and justify who we are, all to avoid having to change or sacrifice. However, this is far from the example of Christ. Everything that seeks to elevate our own nature, all these selfies and endless lists of demands are all linked to pride. And careful, do not forget that it was this sin that drove Lucifer out of heaven. The letter that Paul wrote to the Romans applies well to the Christian of our time. Don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what is the good, well-pleasing, and perfect will of God. Romans 12:2. We should not adopt the same egocentric attitude of this world, especially when it comes to relationship. Many men and women are still single because they do not have the right attitude to become the couple God desires. Yahweh said it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. Genesis 2:18. If the woman was looking for a man with the attitude of, who is the one I would like to help every day of my life, the result would be very different. After all, no one ever hated their own body, but they feed and care for their body, just as Christ does the church. Ephesians 5:29. If the man was looking for a woman with the attitude of, who is the woman that I will take care every day of my life, as Christ does for the church, well, the result would be also very different. Pride prevents us from taking the position of a servant in our relations, doing nothing through rivalry or through conceit, but in humility, each counting others better than himself. Philippians 2:3. Now, if we want our marriage to be like the union of Christ and his church, there cannot be place for pride. When we are single and we're looking for a partner, we must already take this attitude. We're not saying that we must be puppets without opinion and without desires. God created us in His image, so with authority and intelligence. But when we want to enter into the bonds of marriage, we must adopt a serving attitude towards one another. That is, that our needs pass after those of the other. If both partners make this commitment before God, all needs will be met. The egocentric attitude of our time is the opposite of the servant attitude that Christ has encouraged us to take. This is detrimental to our couple's relationship, but also to the continuation of our calling. God gave each one of us specific talent to accomplish a personal mission in order to make the kingdom of God grow. But to enter this calling, we must also take the position of servant. It's not very glamorous, yes, but that's what Jesus did for us by dying on the cross. It is time to dissociate ourselves with this worldly attitude. Singles, look for the partner you are willing to serve, not the partner who will meet all your needs. With such an attitude, not only will you display the character of Christ, but you will certainly be more attractive.